We recently got to explore the Ozarks at the National Tiger Sanctuary in Branson. Now, this hidden gem is the perfect getaway for your friends and family this summer. And if you love animals just as much as I do, guess what, guys? You're gonna love this experience.
We had such a good time.
Such a good time. Take a look at this.
You know, Jeremy, you've heard of the dog days of summer.
Yeah, Kel, but have you heard of the cat days of summer?
No.
Because I just made it up. And I really want to see these big cats. Where do you, oh, he's right behind me.
He's right behind you.
I feel like I should talk quieter now, Kelly.
Be gentle.
Blair, it is so good to see you. Thank you for inviting us to National Tiger Sanctuary.
Absolutely.
Kelly and I have to admit something.
Well, we have been around here. I was born and raised around here. Jeremy's been here a long time. We did not know about this place. That's why we are so happy to talk to you, Blair, because we need to get some more folks in here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I agree. You know, we typically, with locals, it's been a little bit tougher for us to, you know, get public and community engagement. But, you know, for here, you know, we really love to get everyone involved. You know, we have such a special place here, you know, being a nonprofit organization. You know, our goal really is to not only have people enjoy, you know, have a good time with the cats, see these guys up close and have wonderful experiences, but also, you know, have the public learn a lot, you know, learn about their backgrounds and why they're here and their stories.
Yeah.
And I love that, you know, your tagline is experience, learn, support. So today, let's focus on this experience because I can tell already I'm going to have an amazing time with these beautiful creatures.
Absolutely.
Now,
So-
what all, oh, I'm sorry.
no, go ahead.
What all can you do? Can you feed them? What does an experience look like here?
Yeah, so what's cool about us is that we have a lot of different experiences that you can do. So we do have experiences where you can walk and see the cats, kind of like how we're up close with these guys, right up to the fence, about 3 feet. So it's pretty incredible. But with that, you know, the tour guide will be feeding them snacks so they get super up close and personal. Harry, he loves to stand up and show everyone how big he is for a snack. So it's pretty cool. But there also is a way to feed our cats as well, and it's a super safe way. With that, you know, there is a tube system that you push the snacks through the tube. The tigers get the drumstick. It's a win-win for each side. So you get to experience that, but the cats love it. They look forward to it all the time.
How exciting is
Now, what is his name one more time?
So this is Harry.
Harry. Okay. So I see Harry, but you know I see over there, Kel. I saw
hear
this
something,
beautiful.
too.
I hear. Now, who is making the sound over here?
So I heard a little bit. So what's funny is if you hear a little bit more often, there's something that goes on called lion caroling. And so lion caroling is something that our lions do. So we don't just have tigers, but we also have lions and leopards and ligers as well. So the noises sometimes you might hear, it's incredible. So the lions do it not only in captivity, but in the wild. And so they just love to show off the strength of their pride and communicate with one another. So if you hear a lot of crazy noises, it might be our lions just chatting to each other.
Who is this?
So this is Karma. She is a wonderful, beautiful girl. She is a white Bengal tiger. And so she was one of our rescues that we got back in 2017 from a leasing and breeding facility. So one of those, really, the ways they do that is by breeding white tigers for the entertainment industries. So she was one that was basically trained to do things like go to the circus and be on tour across the nation, even the world. So she gets to live out the rest of her life in retirement in peace here.
I like that. And you see them a lot in magic shows and that sort of thing. I have a question, Jeremy. Look at this pool of water here. Usually cats don't like water.
Yes, you know, especially, you know, your domestic cats at home, they might hate it, but these guys, they love it. So the tigers, they are very much water-loving animals. And in the wild, it's very natural for them. You know, they might be, you know, living by bodies of water. They love to swim in rivers. They actually have webbed paws as well. So for Karma here, she actually just took a swim and a little bit of a dip in her pool. And, you know, we love to offer that for our animals because these cats, they love to cool down in the summer. What's interesting is, you know, the summertime you expect these guys to, you know, be about, you know, love it, but our tigers, they get overheated. So we want to make sure they have their pools they can rest in, and we also give them showers with the hose as well. And they love it. They actually run through it like a little kid in the sprinkler. It's the coolest thing ever. So they really enjoy it. So Karma's one of those that loves the water.
Speaking of the experience, this property is beautiful,
Yes.
Blair. Like I'm looking, let's keep walking and talking,
sure.
but just tell us how big the property is and what people can experience once they come here.
Absolutely. So we have about 112 acres of land on property here, but we're only utilizing about 30 to 40 of that acres.
Oh.
And so that means we have a lot more room to expand and grow as our facility grows and our funding grows as well.
Right.
And so we really want to do the most we can, you know, to keep building on and give all the animals we can give a quality of life here, what we can do. So,
Look at that beautiful one right there. Though.
Oh, wow.
yes.
So majestic.
Who is that?
Beautiful. So right here, so this is their bedroom areas. And so what's great about our facility is that they do have nice spaces to roam home. So not only do they have their bedroom areas, but they also have their yards. And so they're open to that 24/7. So Bashir, he decides to cool down today next to his waters in his bedroom. So he's there hanging out. And we have Judah over here. So Judah's a funny little man. So he might growl at us if we're back over here.
Sometimes we notice they don't love the cameramans. Man, I'm sorry. That scared me.
I am a little nervous now.
No, you're fine,
It
Jared.
looks like the Lion King over there, so.
So Blair, I have a question because these animals have got to cost a lot of money to feed. So pretty much the only way you bring in money is through tourism.
Yes, absolutely. So, if you think about, having 34 big cats overall and, having all this property, there's a lot to maintain, not only grounds, but, habitat maintenance, feeding the cats themselves. So it's a lot. And so with our facility, even though we are a nonprofit, we don't typically do have government funding. And so most of our funding does come from tourism, and that's super important. So, anything from tour tickets, even gift shop purchases. I always say, the gift shop, it's like guilt-free shopping because anything that you buy in the gift shop goes back to the care of these animals. And, when I talk about, people purchasing tickets, I don't like to phrase it as purchasing tickets, more so it is a donation. So, every purchase you take for tour admissions, it's basically a donation to help these animals live the best lives they can. And in return, you get to see them up close and, be wonderful in how they are. They're so beautiful.
And Blair, they really are. So by the way, if somebody wants, I can see so many great families throughout the Ozarks coming here this summer.
Yes.
What's the best way to find out more information and maybe get tickets?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the best ways is our website, so nationaltigersanctuary.org. There you're going to find not only a lot of information we talked about today, but a lot more, so a lot more in depth about our tour options, but even volunteering and intern applications as well. So if anyone's interested, especially in the community, wanting to come out here and volunteer, help out with the cats, that's awesome. So lots of information. And if you wanted to book any tours, we have reservation spots online that you can do that.
Oh, that sounds so fun, and so many different ticket prices and things you can do. Bring the family, come as a couple, whatever. Yeah.
So, guys, this summer there's no excuse. Get the family, get the grandparents, get the kids, get the cousins. Head on out to National Tiger Sanctuary where you can experience, learn, and support. We'll see you here.
I wish we could have walked around and seen more of it. There were some ligers that I wanted to get down and see. I wore the wrong shoes. I didn't know, you never know if you're just going to stay in one place or walk around. But anyway.
But the good news is we're going back, so we
are going back. So wear your tennis shoes or your shoes that you can walk in.
And didn't I see, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't I see little like golf cart type things
I would
taking
think,
people
yes.
around?
Well, there was a driver driving some people through.
Yeah, I
so
want to do
you
that.
can ride too.
I want to do the riding because that'd be fun.
because I think you could see more that way.
Yeah, because we were doing that interview and I could see other things happening, but I wasn't quite sure. But it was beautiful.
The land was gorgeous and the day was gorgeous. We were just noticing that too. It's
And
like,
I called it a hidden gem because both Kelly and I both have lived here for a very long time.
And when you said, we have to admit, I'm like, I know what he's going to say because I feel bad that we've never been here before. But guys, if you get a chance to go, really you should. And of course, you're helping the beautiful tigers and ligers.
Yes, and like they said too, it is all about education. They're learning, supporting. It's about keeping the animals safe.
Yeah.
And they really care about the animals, and I appreciated that aspect because, we have such a heart for animals.
So we love them so much. Yes. So, all right.
All right. Don't go anywhere. More fun, I think. I think it's fun.
Let's have some more sugar.
And Taco Bell. We'll be back.